1, 2, mic check 1, 2. It's Driving Addicts live today. So let's wait a couple of minutes for people to join, Today is Sunday, 1:29 p.m., April 4th. And we're talking about tax, IRS. Are you getting your taxes back, or you have to pay back Uncle Sam, Good old IRS over here. So let's wait a few minutes for people to join, Hey, J. Rose, Aquino from Philippines. Hello. Thanks for joining, buddy. Talking about IRS today. I don't know, when do you guys do tax in Philippines? Good old IRS. Americans' most feared organization, IRS. All right, let's 1:29 a.m. over there. Wow, thanks for joining so late, Happy Easter. Happy belated Easter. I'm gonna wait about 3 more minutes for people to join, Good old IRS today. Let's see if I got my TurboTax app. I've been using TurboTax for the last like 5 years and stuff. Yeah, I'll be talking like at 1:34 p.m. Yeah, let's wait for a few more people to join. What's up, Matthew C? Thanks for joining again, buddy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, let me share this to my other social media so more people can join, I'm sitting at home today, so got more devices at my disposal. All right, let's wait 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Happy Easter. I'm not Christian, but I celebrate all the holidays, Thanks for joining J. Rose Aquino. Thanks for joining Matthew C. Thanks Hai Wing. Thanks Ali Smith. All right. Good old IRS. Yeah, I'm looking at my tax returns, I'm want to see if I should all right, 1 more minute. All right, nobody's joining, but I'm still gonna go on. Let's talk about IRS taxes. So in the U.S., the tax deadline is April 15, but with COVID, it might be extended to like July 15 or something. I'm not sure. I usually wait to the last minute to do it because usually I have to pay back taxes because I'm an independent contractor, 1099. Been doing Uber since 2013. Lyft, DoorDash. I started DoorDash in 2016 or something, I think. But back then it was slow. When they just came out, DoorDash. Had some Postmates. What else? One of the Chinese restaurant that I used to deliver for, or Asian restaurant, they had Chinese and sushi. They also pay me $10.99 for some reason. So since like 2014, I've been paying back. Well, not back, but some year I have to pay back taxes. Some year I don't. Because most of the time I've been doing like part-time W-2 employee and part-time 1099 contractors. So some year I I get more taxes back if I work more of the W2. I used to be a waiter, so so like if you're a W2 employee and a 1099, I think that's probably the best situation to for tax purpose, because in one job you're paying taxes already, but on the other job you need to pay back taxes. So you know, I think that's probably the best combination for tax purpose. You know, 1099 and W2. All right, who else is joining. Let's see who else is joining. Thanks for joining, J Rose Aquino. Thanks, Matthew C. Matthew C says IRS have special agents too. Yeah, man. IRS is no joke. Matthew. Matthew C also says Amazon Flex hates me. J Rose Aquino says hi. Hai Nguyen said I'll be watching. Thanks, Hai Nguyen. Ali Smith said I'll try to watch some of it. Thanks, Ali. All right. So I haven't done taxes this year yet. You know, most likely I have to pay back taxes. So you know, so I just wait till like the last week or so to do it. You know, nobody likes to pay Uncle Sam. You know. So in 2020, I was working as a nail tech from January 1st to like until the first lockdown, so like March or something, the end of March. So I had some 1099 independent contractor, and then I started doing flex in May 2020. I did some Uber, but not much in 2020, maybe like less than 1,000 in revenue. So we're talking about tax year 2020, you know. So, and then I was a W2 employee from May to December, two W2 jobs. So pay a lot of taxes for those 2 jobs. So I might get taxes back. I don't know yet, you know. And I use TurboTax. They always advertise TurboTax as free, but you have to go to like a special link or something. Usually I pay like 120 for the TurboTax software or whatever. But there is a way you can get the free version, but I actually don't know how to get the free version, you know. So I've been using TurboTax for like the last 5-6 years. It's pretty easy, you know. It's just like plug and play, you know. Plug in all your numbers. You you gotta get. Let me get some water. Hold on one second. So with TurboTax, it's pretty simple. It's like plug and play. You just gotta gather all your 1099s and all your W2s. For people who do like a lot of gig jobs, it's a pain to figure out which one they have 1099 from. You know, with Uber they won't send you a 1099. They only send you a 1099 if you make more than 5,000. But with Amazon Flex, I think it's 500. Then they'll give you a 1099. I don't know why. 500, but maybe you can and actually you can claim your 1099 as a loss, you know, if you know how to do it, you know. I'm not gonna go to the exact details, but you know, for example, like on Uber, if the trip you gross $100, but you drive like 200 miles for that trip, then that's a loss, you know. On paper it's a loss because the IRS standard deduction is 57 cents per mile. So if you were to drive, let me pull out my calculator. Can't do math in my head today, you know. Do I have a calculator? Let's see, calculator. 57 times 200. 114. So for example, on the Uber ride, if the Uber ride you get $100, but you have to drive 200 miles for that Uber ride, then your expenses is $114. This is an example. So on that trip, it's a $4 loss with Uber. Just an example. But if you were to drive 150 miles for that $100 trip on Uber, let's try that one. So if you were to drive 150 miles for that trip with Uber, your expenses would be $85, 85.5. So for example, I live in Dayton, and if I drive a customer from Dayton to like the Cincinnati airport, and I'm not allowed to pick up in Kentucky because the Cincinnati airport is in the state of Kentucky, not in Ohio. So last time I actually had a trip to not to the airport, but to the hotel right next to the airport, and I wasn't allowed to pick up in Kentucky. So that means I have to drive all the way back to Dayton. That's about 50 miles, 50 miles back without a ride. So, that technically is a loss, because I have to drive like 100 miles for like, I don't know, $60. So I can, on paper, that's a loss, I don't know who's joining right now, but most of the 1099, if you only do it along with our W-2 job, most likely you're gonna pay back taxes. The best tax situation is a W-2 and a 1099 combined. You get more taxes back compared to a W-2 alone, I think. If you do only W-2, then it's really simple. You just have one W-2 and you plug and play and you get your taxes back. But in my experience, the best tax scenario is a W-2 and a 1099. Like 60% W-2, 40% 1099 is probably the best tax scenario. I think last year I had to pay back Uncle Sam for the tax year of 2019. I had to pay back like $2,500. The year before that, I had to pay back like 2,000 or something. Tax year 2017, I think I got back money, and the year before that, I received a refund, but. For the last couple of years, I've been paying back Uncle Sam, so I'm not too excited about tax day at all. All right, let's see who's chatting. J Rose says, "I'm so tired, but I'm gonna watch this." Thanks, J Rose. I really appreciate you joining in from the Philippines. Matthew C says, "I'm waiting for a position inside post office. It's $1.50 more." Congrats, Matthew. Yeah, man. Post office probably have the best benefits because it's a government job, And then, let's recap. The tax software that I use is TurboTax. They always advertise it as free, but I don't know. There's a special version that you have to use for it to be free, I think. I used CPA before, but to be honest, I think they kind of messed up my tax situation. I think in 2011 or 2012, not the CPA, I went to H&R Block and they actually messed up my tax. I got less refund than I should have. At H&R Block. Because at H&R Block, you don't have to be a CPA to file someone's taxes. All you have to do is take like a course. It's like 20 hours or so, and you're able to file taxes for people. And they charge like an arm and a leg. At H&R Block. I think in 2011 or 2012, I paid like $250 for them to file my taxes, and it took like 45 minutes, and they didn't even do it right. They missed out a few deduction. They missed out on what do you call that? Mortgage interest, because I bought my condo in 2010 in Denver. They missed out on mortgage interest. They missed out on with driving Uber, you can deduct I think 25% of your phone bill. I'm not sure on the exact percentage with Uber. 25% of your phone bill. So if your phone bill for the year is $1,000, that's $250 in deduction for Uber, you know. So on top of your 57 cents per mile, you can deduct your phone bill for Uber drivers out there. And I think also car payment on the interest, I think you can deduct that too. But I'm not 100% sure, you know. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a CPA. This is not a professional tax advice, you know. I'm just giving you my opinion. So some of the things I said could be a little bit wrong, you know. But I think you can deduct car payment on the interest part, not the whole payment, and 25% of your phone bill for driving Uber or Lyft. And I'm not sure about Amazon Flex, you know. I haven't filed taxes for Amazon Flex yet, or for DoorDash or for Grubhub, so I'm not sure on that. But for DoorDash and Grubhub, it's also the same IRS standard deduction of 57 cents per mile driven. J Rose Aquino says, if you have a many subscriber like 1 million, don't forget us. Hey, keep up the hard work, dude. Thanks, J Rose. Once I have 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna visit the Philippines and put you in my video. How about that, J Rose? I really want to visit the Philippines, you know. Many beautiful people there, and a lot of good food in the Philippines, you know. And Manny Pacquiao. That's the best thing that came out of the Philippines, right? I won't forget you, J Rose Aquino, once I get to 1 million subscribers. That might be like 10 years from now, but I won't forget you. Matthew C says, those tax money go to police officer paycheck. Yeah, man. You know, tax, everybody needs to pay taxes for the government to run, you know. If you talk about the government budget, as far as the federal government is, I think 30 or 35% or 25 to 35% goes to defense, you know, goes to the military. I'm not sure on the exact percentage. So the biggest spending is probably military, and then your state and city taxes goes to you know, police officers, fixing roads, schools, public schools, you know. So you know, that's good spending, and there's some wasteful spending, in my opinion, you know. But everybody needs to pay taxes for the government to run, right? It goes to roads, to military, teachers, police officers, firemen, ambulance, FBI, CIA, ATF. It pays the president and congressmen, you know. Yeah. And in America, we pay less taxes than Europe, but you know, tax is very complicated in the U.S. compared to other countries. That's what I think, you know. But if you're really smart with your taxes, you can leverage your deductions, you know. There's all kinds of tax loopholes out there, you know. Like some people get a tax cut for like raising cows or buffaloes or bisons or something, you know. There's all kinds of loopholes out there. I'm not gonna get into details, but you know. All right, who else is joining? If you don't say anything, I don't know, you know. J. Rose Aquino, by the way, I'm a kid. I'm just a boy. I'm 12. Haha, this is from my mother, but let's see. All right, man, 10 years from now, you'll be 22. J. Rose Aquino. Well, thanks for joining anyways, you know. I really appreciate it, J. Rose. Matthew C says post office tax $1,500 on paycheck. Laugh out loud. Yeah, man. The more you make, the higher the percentage of tax you're gonna pay. You know, that's how it works in the U.S. You know, nobody likes to pay taxes. Let's be honest. You know, but we all have to keep the government running. You know, we gotta pay the police officer, fireman, ambulance. Yeah, already said that. So so this year, just a recap. This year I'm gonna pay back taxes, so I'm not too excited about doing taxes. So I'm gonna wait till like around maybe April 10th, so 6 days from now. All right, J. Rose Aquino says, just call me Josh. Okay, Josh, I try to remember that, you know. Well, thanks for joining from the Philippines. You know, I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna wait 5 more days and try to file my taxes. So this year I have two W2. So I work for 2 DSP. For 1099, I might have like at least 4 from Uber, from Amazon Flex, maybe from Grubhub. Yeah, man, it's complicated, you know. And if you marry and you have kids, you get more deductions compared to if you're single, no kids, you know. Or if you're a single mother with like 3 kids, you get the most taxes back, I think. I don't have kids yet, but yeah, that's what I've been hearing. And Matthew C says Amazon warehouse tax not so bad, even though it's low. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Matthew? I'm guessing you're like 23. I don't know. All right, guys. So for the replay, put it in the comments. You know, are you getting refunds or you have to pay back Uncle Sam? You know, for the replay of this live stream. You know, me most likely I'm gonna pay Uncle Sam, so I'm not too excited about it. Hey Josh, thanks for joining from the Philippines again. Thanks Hai Nguyen, thanks Ali Smith. $24, okay. I was pretty close. Did I guess 23? Okay. So you're probably like single and no kids, right? So I don't know. Your tax is probably high, Matthew. Yeah, that was let me see. Before I was married, sometimes my deduction was like almost like 40% on some paychecks. You know, when I work at W2. Like for example, like I gross like 1,000, but my paycheck was only like 600 in some weeks. You know, before I was married. So yeah, it's not good to be single for tax reasons. You know, single people pay the most taxes, so it sucks. Matthew C says my taxes is all from Amazon DSP or Amazon warehouse. J. Rose Aquino says, oh, close, ha ha ha. Or Josh, yeah, he wants to be called Josh. Thanks for joining 5th person and 6th person. Please leave me comments on what you think about taxes. You know, are you excited about doing taxes? Are you receiving a refund? Are you you have to pay back taxes? You know, leave in the comments. You know, me most likely I have to pay back Uncle Sam. You know, not too excited about it, but I have to do it, or else they're gonna come knocking on my doors. You know, Right, Holly? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take Holly over here. Holly, you wanna do taxes with me? Come on, come say hi. Holly, you wanna do taxes? Hey, Holly. Holly, what do you think about the IRS? Do you like the IRS, Holly? No? What do you think about the IRS, Holly? Okay, Holly is joining the live stream. Holly, what do you think about the IRS? Holly is camera shy. Holly, look at the camera and say hi. Okay, say hi and then go play with your toy. Yeah, Holly is not excited about the IRS either. All right, Josh says wait or just gonna check something. I'll be back. Thanks, Josh. Matthew C says my mom make me leave my walker job due to hate crime. Yeah, man, those hate crimes in New York and San Francisco is nuts, man. Yeah, I mean, I talked about it in my previous live stream, you know. We Asians don't carry the virus or, you know, spread the virus. We have nothing to do with the virus, you know. Stop Asian hate. Yep, hashtag stop Asian hate. That's all I'm gonna say for about that. Yeah, those hate crimes are crazy. They even have a task force in New York City, I think. The anti-Asian hate crime in New York City, I think. Yeah, I see a lot of those in New York City and San Francisco, you know. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, man, stay safe out there when you, you know, do Lyft and Uber or Uber Eats, Matthew. Matthew says, it is like every day, even child getting assaulted. Yeah, man. Yeah, those things crazy, you know. What makes me angry is the old people getting assaulted, you know. And now it's young people too. That's crazy. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about hate crimes today. We're talking about tax, you know. It makes me angry when I talk about it. So let's bring back up my well, I have my iPad with me, so I'm gonna try to blur out the Social Security, you know. Files. All right, this is tax year 2015. Yeah, in 2015, my waiter job I made 25,500. I don't know. I don't have my laptop, so yeah, it's 25,500. But with Uber, I claim a $9,000 loss with Uber, you know, in tax year 2015. So what I'm trying to say is technically you can claim Uber as a loss if you've driven a lot of miles for your Uber. In tax year 2015, I claim a $9,000 loss with Uber, you know. So I received more taxes back in tax year 2015, you know. And please don't ask me the exact way I do it in 2015, you know. But if the IRS were to audit me, I do have the evidence to prove that I drove that many miles in tax year 2015, you know. Hey, thanks for joining, Ethan. Ethan Gould says, how is everyone, and happy Easter to all. Thanks for joining and happy Easter, Ethan Gould. Hopefully I get your last name right. Matthew C says, I met one officer who joined NYPD Asian Task Force years ago. That's cool, man. Yeah, I saw that Asian Hate Crime Task Force like on YouTube, but it's the Inside Edition or something. That was pretty cool. Yeah, let's go to tax year 2016. Since we're talking about tax. Actually, I don't have 2016. Let's go to 2017. Yeah, for some reason in 2017 I didn't work much. My W-2 was only like $5,000 in 2017. And then my business income was 2,400 in 2017. Yo, what's up, Rashad West? What's up, man? We're talking about IRS today, doing taxes. Yeah, I don't know what happened in 2017. I wasn't working much. I think I was going to do some rough time in 2017 and got distracted or something. I wasn't working much. Let's go to 2018. Maybe that would be a better year. Thanks for joining Ethan Gould, and thanks for joining Rashad West. Happy Easter, man. I don't know if you celebrate or not, but we're talking about doing taxes today, especially for the Amazon Flex and Uber drivers out there, because most likely they have to pay back taxes, and nobody wants to pay back taxes, let's be honest. All right, tax year 2018. Yeah, I'm trying to blow out my Social Security. All right, tax year 2018. My W-2 was 7,000. 7,000. My 1099 was 15,500. And then all the other deduction and stuff, and I have to pay back 2,800 in tax year 2018. So in tax year 2018, I have to pay back Uncle Sam 2,800. Uh, so I don't know about this year yet. I my W-2 was probably like I'm guessing more than 15,000. And then my 1099 is probably like at least 8,000. So I might get back some taxes. I'm not sure yet. I haven't punched in all the numbers. Yeah, anytime I see IRS, my minds get all scared, because it's a headache to do it. It takes like hours. Like for me, it takes at least 6 hours to put in all the numbers. All right. Matthew C says 2019 I joined high school softball umpire 125 a game. Wow, that's cool, man. So Matthew C is a referee. I think he referees basketball and baseball out there. Ethan Cool asked me, do you do DoorDash? I did DoorDash. The most recent one was like 2 years ago in Dayton, but at the time it was slow. I did some DoorDash in 2015 in Denver, but that's when they first came out. It was slow too, but I hear DoorDash is hopping right now. So right now I only have Grubhub. I don't have DoorDash. Ethan Cool. Master Play says, in how many increments do you pay it back? I set up a payment plan with the IRS, so I think my payment plan is $100 per month, you know, and I paid like $300 at the time of the filing taxes. So uh, I think I still owe like at least 200 to the IRS. I'm not sure. They just take it out of my bank account at the beginning of the month. So yeah, man, IRS is just a pain, you know. Even celebrities owe taxes, you know, not just regular folks, you know. Uh, all right, I'm gonna put J Rose on timeout. I don't know what he said, but yeah, I'll just put J Rose on timeout. Master Play says how does it work paying back taxes? Yeah, I just set up a payment plan with the IRS. You know, they take out $100 at the beginning of the month every month. Yeah, you have to pay some of it. You know, I think the minimum you can do is like 50 or something, depending on how much you owe. You know, mine was like I set it at 100, paying back each month. But if you owe like 10,000, I think you might have to make like at least 200 or so. I'm not sure. You know, tax is so complicated. So hopefully I might get money back this year. I'm not sure, but for the last like 2-3 years I've been paying back, so I'm not too excited about taxes. All right, anyone else joining? Uh, are you getting back some taxes, Rashad West, or you have to pay back? Are you receiving are you getting a refund, or you have to pay back, Rashad West? How about you, Master Play? Are you getting a refund, or you have to pay back Uncle Sam? So this year for me, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a refund or pay back Uncle Sam. You know, so I have like 3 or 4 1099s and 2 W2s, so it's too complicated. You know. All right. Rashad West says I haven't filed yet. Rashad West also says I will this week. Sometimes I always wait to the last minute. Yeah, man. I'm guessing you have to pay back. That's why you wait till the last minute. You know, because for people that get a refund, they do it, you know, as soon as possible, so they get that money. Uh, the best well, the people that receive the most refunds are like single moms. You know, like single moms with like 3 kids. Uh, I a couple of my friends were like single moms, and some year they got back like a lot of taxes. You know. Matthew C says, I think I got some refunds. My mom do it for me. Laugh out loud. Hopefully your mom give you that money, Matthew. Master Play says, I got a pretty good refund, but that's because I didn't make much of. Master Play says, I got a pretty good refund, but that's because I didn't make much off of DoorDash or Grubhub. But if I work those a lot this year, I'll probably have to pay back. Yeah, I think for tax situation, the best is like 60% of your income with W2 and 40% on 1099. I think that's probably one of the best, you know, because on one hand you're paying back taxes. I mean, you're paying taxes already, and then on the other hand, uh, you're not paying taxes. So, and with some 1099, you can also claim a loss, you know, if you've driven a lot of miles. Stand IRS standard deduction is 57 cents per mile, you know. So like for some Grubhub order, I drive like 25 miles to get like $10. So on paper, that's a loss right there, you know. Let me get my calculator again. 25 times 0.57. All right, so if I drive 25 miles for $10 in total, my expenses is 14.25. So that's a loss of 4.25 right there, you know, on that order. So, you know, you can actually claim a loss for your DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, all of them combined. If you've driven more miles compared to the average, you know, worker. Master Play says, how does that loss you talking about work? Like you just add up all your 1099 from your all your different 1099 jobs, you know, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, Amazon Flex. You add all of them up, and you get the revenue for all your 1099. And then you add up all your miles. I know some drivers out there use like an app to track the miles. I don't use it myself. I just write it down. You know, I don't use the app to track my miles. So, for example, if you gross 10,000 with 1099, you know, your gig jobs, but you drive see 20. For example, if you're 1099, you make 10,000, but you drive 20,000 miles. Just an example, okay? Your expenses would be 11,400. So it's a $1,400 loss for your 1099. You know. So for for the year, if all your 1099 add up to be 10,000, but you drove 20,000 miles, then it's a $1,400 loss, you know. But okay, let's say you didn't drive that many miles. Let's say you just drive 8,000 miles. All right, so if you gross 10,000 but you only drive 8,000 miles, your expenses would be $4,560. 10,000 minus. So your net would be 5,440. So you're gonna pay taxes on that 5,400. You know, and let's be honest. You know, if you claim like 1,000 or 2,000 miles more than you actually drive, the IRS probably wouldn't know. Just, you know, don't try to do it like, you know, try to make it look ridiculous. You know, like if you only gross 10,000 but you claim like a $20,000 loss, the IRS gonna come after you for sure. Don't try to do anything funny with the IRS, you know. Yeah, so hopefully that explained your question, Master Play. Yeah, I actually claim a loss with Uber 1 year, you know, like an $8,000 loss or something, you know. And the IRS didn't audit me or, you know, take a second look, whatever. And then Ethan Cool says, I used TurboTax when I filed taxes last year from my Amazon work. Yeah, I also use TurboTax, Ethan Cool. It's probably it's really simple, you know. To be honest, it's kind of expensive. It's almost as expensive as a CPA, but I like to do it myself, you know. Because earlier in the live stream, I said I went to H&R Block, and they're not even a CPA. They just took like a tax course, and they're able to file people's tax. They missed out on a couple of deductions in 1 year. So to be honest, if the person doing your tax is not is a real CPA, then he's legit, he or she, you know. But if that person that's filing your taxes is not a CPA, then I wouldn't trust that person, you know. Because a CPA license is very hard to get, you know. Matthew C says, how much got money you got every week when you work Amazon DSP? My biggest paycheck with DSP was like 1,200 back in May or June with like mad overtime. My smallest paycheck with DSP was like $350 working like 2 days. So it's a wide range, you know. But I know my paychecks with DSP was like really good with my previous one. I was gonna do a video on how much money you can make with working Amazon DSP, but you know, I've been busy doing all these gig jobs, and so I haven't got the time to post the videos about how much you can make with Amazon DSP. But in the future, I'm gonna do a video about how much money you can make driving for Amazon DSP, and also why I quit Amazon DSP. You know, I think every driver out there made a video on why they quit. You know, so I'm gonna do my own version. Peak 2020. Yesterday I was wearing a t-shirt that says Delivery Hero, but after peak season, I just feel like a zero, not a hero, you know. After peak season, I keep getting sent home like twice a week, you know. And it got me frustrated because, you know, I would appreciate if they let me know ahead. Oh, hey, Van, my name is Van, by the way. You know, you don't need to come in today. We don't have routes for you, you know. I would appreciate that, but they didn't say anything. They didn't text me or call me. I just show up, line up, and, you know, wait like 10 minutes. And sorry, man, we got no routes for you. Bye. Feels like, you know, feel like rejected, you know. And I don't think I was slow at all, you know. I was just a new driver. I wasn't slow. My best ever was 33 stops per hour. 33. Granted, it's like small houses with small front yard. So like, you know, I was trying to impress my DSP when I first started there. Like, I was running, you know, like my best ever average was 33 stops per hour, you know. But after like a couple of weeks, they sent me out to the country, and then you know, I guess it all went downhill after that. All right. Master Play says okay, but what does claiming a loss mean? Like, is that more we have to pay or less? Okay, if you claim a loss for your 1099 for your gig jobs, and if you have a W-2 job, then you get more taxes back. But if you only do 1099 exclusively, then you don't have to pay back taxes, I think, if you claim a loss. So for example, if after expenses your net is like 10,000, then you have to pay back taxes on that $10,000. But for if you only do 1099 exclusively, but if you claim like a $1,000 loss on your 1099, my guess is you don't have to pay back taxes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a tax expert or a CPA, you know. So like, so the more expenses you claim, the less taxes you have to pay back. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that answers your question. Master Play, right? Yep. Hopefully that answers your question, Master Play. Matthew C says, "Damn, that's horrible. New York is not bad for DSP. Most delivery drivers complain slavery, just like the new mailmen's and low pay. If managers show us support, not treat us like slaves." Yeah, with DSP is hit and miss. You know, some DSP they still get mad overtime, mad routes. With some DSP or in some cities, I guess. Like Dayton is not too busy. Most of my deliveries is just like 2 package or 1 package, you know. But my previous DSP, like down in Cincinnati, some houses got like 4 packages, some got 3, you know. So my first DSP, I had more packages per house compared to my last DSP. My first DSP, I got on average like maybe 1.7 package per house, but then my last one I averaged like 1.2 package per house, you know. Master Play says DCM2. Yes, sir. DCM2. Dayton Carrying. Do you work for DSP or Williams Master Play or DCM2? I still flex at DCM2, but no more DSP for me now, you know. Thanks for joining, Happy Dutch family. Hello, host and hello, Happy Dutch family. Happy birthday. I think it's your birthday, right? Happy Dutch family. Happy birthday. Master Play says went in today and 4 of us were sent home. All right, so Master Play, are you with Williams, or you cannot disclose it? You know. Yeah, man, Dayton's been slow, man. It's I knew it was coming, so I'm like, you know, I'm out. You know, I'm out. I'm good. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You guys keep getting sent home, you know. And I just want to give a shout out to the DSP driver that came up to me and said he watched a lot of my videos. If you're watching this, thank you, man. I forgot your name, you know. I know you're a DSP driver, I think. Just want to say thank you. Matthew C says Nashville is busy. I need to move there. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it's probably good to do DSP in Nashville, but like if you want to do like Uber or like delivery, I hear it's wild in Nashville, you know. I mean, I've never lived there or visited Nashville, but I hear it's wild, you know, like in terms of shootings and stuff, like in some bad neighborhoods in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville and what's the other town? Memphis. I hear Memphis is pretty bad too. I mean, I'm not trying to bring down your city, but you know that's what I see on YouTube, you know. And Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, I hear it's pretty wild out there at night in some bad neighborhoods, you know, like a lot of shootings. In Dayton, it's just a lot of drugs, no shootings, you know, as far as I know. In Cincinnati, it's more wild than Dayton. I haven't worked in Columbus, so I don't know. Master Play says for fire team, laugh out loud. I usually get the Centerville, Springboro area, so it's pretty easy. Oh, cool, man. You deliver for Centerville, Springboro. I live in Miamisburg at Autumn Woods apartment, you know. I don't know if you deliver to Miamisburg, Master Play. Well, thanks for joining, Master Play. Fire team, okay. Yeah, I think with DCM2, there's like 10 DSPs. I got interviewed with R&L Hero or something. They said they were gonna hire me. I texted them back. I called them back. It didn't go through, so I don't know what was going on there. R&L Hero. I think they started at 17 or something. It was like 2 months ago. And just an update, I also turned down the FedEx delivery job, FedEx, because it's country route and they only pay by day. It's $130 a day out in the country. So, you know, I wasn't too excited about it, even though I want to learn, you know, jump ship to FedEx, you know. And also, I've been making good money with Uber, you know, with Uber and Grubhub. So, you know, I'm gonna focus more of my energy on Uber and Grubhub. And Amazon Flex, I usually don't accept the blocks unless it's on search, you know. The other day, I had a really good search with Amazon Flex. I think it's $81 for a 3.5 hour block or a 4 hour block or something. It was like average out to be like 26 per hour, so I accepted that one. There was also another one that was on really high search, but that day I was partying with my friends, so I did not accept that one. And Amazon Flex Whole Foods is the best, but you don't get too many of those blocks, man. Only like 2 blocks per week. All right. Master Play says, do you sign up for Flex when being at a DSP? Because I tried and it didn't let me. Okay, with Amazon Flex, you have to use a different email, Master Play. You have to use a different email than your DSP, and vice versa. Like when I signed up for DSP, they said use a brand new email that you never use for anything else, you know. And you can do both at the same time, Master Play. Sometimes I do both in the same day with Amazon DSP and Flex. Yeah, to be honest, Flex is not too bad, you know. If you have an old car, you know, that's good on gas mileage. Like an old minivan is the best, but I don't drive a minivan. My name is Van, but I don't drive a van, you know. You know what's funny? Some Uber customer actually think I drive a van, you know. Yeah, I posted on one of my YouTube shorts. When I pull up, they're like, it says you're driving a van. I'm like, no, van is my name. I don't drive a van, you know. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's kind of annoying, you know. You have to explain the same thing to them again. Happy Dutch family, give the happy hearts emoji. Happy birthday, Happy Dutch family. MPTV subscribers, hey, what's up? Remember me from today? Subscribe, you're from West Virginia. My videos before you go to bed. I really appreciate that. MPTV, thank you. Master Play says laugh out loud. Yeah, man. Some of these Uber packs are stupid, you know. I have some packs try to argue with me like for 5 minutes that it says you're driving a van. I'm like, Uber never tells you the type of vehicle, you know. It doesn't say if the driver drives a van or SUV or a sedan, you know. It says the name of the driver is on the way. So my name is Van. It says Van is on the way to pick you up, or John is on the way to pick you up. It never say like Van is on the way to pick you up, you know. But some Uber packs still try to argue with me. They're like, it says you're driving a van. I'm like, no, Van is my name. I do not drive a van, you know. MPTV says, I'm you lifelong fan. Thank you, MPTV. Subscribe from West Virginia. I really appreciate that, you know. One day when I get to a million subscriber, I'm gonna do feature you in my video. You in West Virginia, I'm in Ohio. I'm guessing you're like a 5-hour drive away. Matthew C says, fixing my Flex account, just one Lyft, Uber, next Target, Amazon Flex. Congrats, Matthew. Oh, by the way, I also signed up for that Walmart delivery, but I hear bad things about Walmart delivery. Like Walmart have something similar to Amazon Flex. I signed up, but they never call me back or something. It's like delivering grocery for Walmart. Maybe I go check my email and try to work that Walmart delivery, you know, cause so I can do a YouTube video about it, you know. Cause my YouTube niche is gig economy jobs, you know. Yeah, speaking of whatever Matthew C was saying, yeah, man, I'm gonna try that Walmart delivery. I think it's called I don't know what it's called, but Walmart have their own thing, kind of like Amazon Flex Whole Foods, you know. But I hear bad things about delivering for Walmart, so you know I'm not too excited about it, you know, because I know DoorDash also have Walmart orders, and I hear like bad things about Walmart, DoorDash, Walmart orders, so you know, not too excited about it, but I think I'm gonna check it out. MPTV subscribe says thank you very much. Master Play says be Easter. I gotta go. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining Master Play. Be safe on the road out in Springboro and Centerview. I live in Miami Spur Master Play. Yeah, I appreciate you joining this live stream, man. We were talking about tax today, you know, like how much taxes you're gonna pay back or if you're receiving a refund. And for the people living in the US, if you file unemployment, you're gonna pay back taxes on those too, you know. If you receive unemployment, you have to pay back taxes on those too. So it's very complicated, you know. Thanks for joining MPTV. Subscribe. Thanks for joining Master Play. I know he gotta go. Thanks for joining Happy Dutch Family. Matthew C says, I do Instacart, DoorDash, Uber, and Lyft next month after fully recover from those two of the vaccine, COVID vaccine. Yeah, man, I think gig economy jobs could be very lucrative if you know how to leverage them, you know. If you know how to take advantage of the bonus or the incentives that they give out. Like DoorDash was doing like $20 per delivery bonus for new drivers, I think. So that's a killer bonus, you know. If you did like 10 orders, that's extra $200 right there, you know. And 10 orders, you can get them like in 5 hours or even 3 hours, you know. So if you know how to take advantage of these incentives from these gig economy jobs, you can make a killing, you know. I see on some Facebook group that some drivers receive like a $300 bonus for giving 3 rides. So that's $33 per ride bonus, you know, for new drivers or for drivers who haven't driven for a long time, you know. Uber's trying to get the drivers back out on the road, you know. I know in Dayton for like regular drivers, they only do $3 per ride bonus. Only from Friday to Sunday. So it's not too big of a bonus, but it's better than nothing, you know. Thanks for joining 6th person. I don't know who you are. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, you know. We were just talking about taxes, you know. I use TurboTax. I've been doing it for like 5-6 years now. Usually I pay like about $120 to use the TurboTax software, but there is a way you can use the free version, but I don't know how to do that with TurboTax. Let's recap. Yeah, what I was saying earlier was the best tax situation is a W-2 job and a 1099 combined, you know. If you're only doing 1099 exclusively alone, only 1099, most likely you're gonna pay back taxes. If you're only doing W-2, most likely you get a refund. In the U.S., the most feared organization is the IRS. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this live stream and go take a shower and try to go on Uber again. Last night I drove Uber all the way to like 3:30 a.m. or something. It was an interesting night last night. Yeah, I was gonna shoot an Uber video, but I was too tired. I think last night at 2:30 a.m. I had a pickup. It was kind of sketchy. I pulled up like to like a kind of like an abandoned house, you know. I texted them, I called them, they didn't pick up. Then two young kids were running out, you know. I felt like they were gonna carjack me, but you know, I rolled down my windows. I asked them for the name and stuff. It was kind of sketchy. I was scared for like 5 seconds there, you know. On that Uber ride, his girlfriend actually ordered the Uber for him. But the pickup location was like at an abandoned house, you know. It was kind of sketchy, but I went on with the pickup. It was like 2 young boys. One was like 18, one was 15 or something. Yeah, the whole ride was okay after all, but the pickup was sketchy, you know. It was like at 2:30 a.m. at an abandoned house. So, and on Friday night I picked up a homeless guy, you know. His brother got the Uber for him. That was interesting. You know, he was a good guy, just a homeless guy. You know. What's the other interesting Uber ride? Oh, also last night, this one girl I picked up, her friend just died like a week ago or something. So you know, it's with Uber you'll hear all kinds of crazy stories. You know, like somebody just somebody's loved one just die, or you know, always some crazy stories with Uber. You know, with food delivery you don't hear stories because you just drop off the food at the front door and go on. You know, but with Uber you hear a lot of yeah, in my 8,000 rides, I hear all kinds of stories. I don't remember them all because, you know, I'm busy with my YouTube channel now. I don't think too much about the past anymore, you know. But just to make a summary of today's live stream, you know, we talk about doing taxes. The recap is the best situation is a W-2 job plus a 1099. That's probably the best for tax purpose, you know. And I'm gonna wrap this up. Just want to say Happy Easter. Today is still Sunday in the United States. Happy Easter. Stay safe out there. Happy April. If you haven't filed your taxes, don't forget. You know, if you're late, I think in the U.S. there's a extension. You know, until maybe 2 or 3 month extension in the U.S. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Just want to say thanks everybody for joining. Thank you, Happy Dutch family. Thank you, MPTV subscribe. Thank you, Matthew C. Thank you, Master Play. I know you gotta go, but thanks for joining. Thank you, Ethan Gould from Virginia. I think that's where you're from. Alright guys, thank you, Rashad West. Thanks everybody for joining this live stream. Happy Easter. Stay safe out there. Peace, fam.